Hello fans, TARDIS here, and welcome back to another news update slash leak update video. Basically all the leaks, news and rumours from across the Doctor Who online space in one easy to digest package. But before we get into all that, if you could just do me a teeny little favour and click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10k by the end of the year, and I honestly believe that with your support we can make it happen. But with that said, let's get into the news. So the first bit of news is about John Bishop. Essentially, he's doing a Super Summer Seacation, an all-exclusive British Isles cruise with comedy performance from John Bishop, 5th of June 2021, and it's 7 nights long. Now this is interesting because John Bishop said he was filming into July, and as Doctor Who production news states, I suppose it could mean he resumes filming after the cruise, but did production actually arrange their schedule around this? Now, it's very possible that this could just be a scheduling thing, and they've worked around this, and maybe they'll film the stuff that John Bishop isn't in the time that he's on this cruise, or it could mean that he's not required for the last block of filming, as some people have suggested, and perhaps this will mean for like a limited run for John Bishop's dad, maybe an early departure, because the issue with stunt casting like this, and the issue with getting celebrities on board and getting these high profile figures, is you realistically are limited in the amount of time you can have them. I think we were lucky to have Bradley Walsh for as long as we had him, to be fair, with how busy he was. Having 20 episodes, I think he lasted longer than I was expecting him to. And with Jodie being rumoured to depart at the end of this series, it does bring into question how long we can realistically expect John Bishop to be part of the TARDIS team. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he could leave before the end of Series 13. In other filming news, we basically had confirmation that Doctor Who was once again filming in Cardiff on May the 11th. As you can see there, it says GHP Lock, which is apparently Doctor Who filming, or it signifies Doctor Who filming. And the follow-up image is them outside the National Museum of Wales in Cardiff, which I believe they filmed that before. So I don't know whether this is going to be like a recurring location in Series 13, or whether it'll be like a Spyfall scenario where the opening two-parter has multiple scenes there, kind of like, for example, the Vor company building, like that has multiple scenes. Something like that perhaps could be going on here. The next thing I've got is more of a rumour which comes from TDTV, which is a podcast. So of course, take this with a massive grain of salt, it's literally just a rumour. But I thought it would be at least interesting to discuss on here, because it's been a while since we've had a proper rumour, really, so I thought I'd just give it a read. Okay, tweet thread, caveat, this is a rumour, not news, please treat with a pinch of salt. That is not a Fendel reference. Series 13 is behind schedule and over budget. Series 13 could be 6 60-minute episodes and 2 specials. It may spread between Q1 2021 and Q1 2022. So that would essentially mean that Series 13 would span across an entire year, and we'd be getting a Series 6 scenario where they split it in half, or Series 7 A and B, where they split it into 2 pieces. I don't think I'd like that, because if it is only 6 episodes in the series, then that's going to feel like an incredibly sparse amount of content to spread across 2 years. But carrying on, 4. Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker will leave at the end of this current production run. Now, I mean nothing personal at the person who tweeted this and the person who is rumouring this, but there comes a point where Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall are rumoured to leave so much that you're just you find it hard to believe. I'm not saying that that's not true, and I'm not trying to discredit anyone here. I'm just saying I find it personally hard to believe, given how much it's been rumoured, and every time they still manage to come back. Not saying that this isn't true, just saying that I'm a bit more cautious about that, given how many times a departure has been rumoured. I think Jodie's a lot more likely, given the Mirror article, and people have said, well, at this point, that is just sort of a rumour still. Yeah, but that's coming from the Mirror, who's gotten stuff right before about things like Resolution and Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole's departure as well. 5. There could be a left in the air regeneration, because there are no plans to continue Doctor Who into Series 14 anytime soon. 7. The series is heading for an extended hiatus other than a documentary heralding 100 years of the BBC. The 60th special is likely to be a legacy episode, not part, if any, continuing narrative, and may feature a previous Doctor as the lead and a previous writer as a one-off temp showrunner. At present, this is the intention. No Who after Series 13 other than the special and the documentary. Caveat, this is a rumour and everything is subject to change. Please do not retweet. So that's basically this entire rumour, and I will say it is quite in-depth, so Normally, when people just say, oh yeah, Jodie and Chibnall are leaving, I'm a bit like, that could be wishful thinking, but this is quite thorough. So I'd be interesting to see if any of this comes true. If it does, I am skeptical, as I said, just given how many times they've been rumoured to leave by basically, like, so many different people. But obviously, if this is true, then it would have quite the implication for Doctor Who. Obviously, Series 14 to be pretty much indefinitely delayed, the 60th to be featuring a returning Doctor as the lead rather than the incumbent. It would be rather funny if we didn't find out who the next Doctor was and the bookies just wasted all that time. But yeah, this is quite staggering information if true, but just take it with like a massive grain of salt, because it's one of those that literally is just a rumour. It's not like a leak or a filming thing, it's literally just a rumour, so take it with a massive grain of salt. Getting into some more pressing news, Captain Jack's cameo was removed from Doctor Who Time Fracture. Now, I'm not going to get into my thoughts on this because I've kind of done too many videos on the drama and the controversy and the allegations and all that. I've done 2 videos on the topic by now, and I've made my thoughts thoroughly documented on Twitter, so I'm not going to air all that dirty laundry here, essentially. I'm just going to read the article about this, and I'm going to let you guys come to your own decisions on this. The creators of Doctor Who Time Fracture have made the decision not to include footage they recorded of John Barrowman as Captain Jack as part of their immersive experience premiering in London this month. Virtually hidden among the frequently asked questions section of the website, under the question, "What's happening with Captain Jack Harkness and Torchwood in the show?" is this statement. Immersive Everywhere have taken the decision to remove this pre-record from Doctor Who Time Fracture. We will continue to include content that pays tribute to this brilliant show that is Torchwood, so as not to disappoint fans, and are working on an exciting storyline to be announced soon. The decision follows the recent Guardian article, which shone a spotlight on John Barrowman's past behaviour on the Torchwood set. In 2008, executive producer Julie Gardner reprimanded John Barrowman for on-set inappropriate conduct. Barrowman released this statement after he was contacted by the Guardian journalists. With the benefit of hindsight, I understand that upset may have been caused by my exuberant behaviour, and I have apologised for this previously. Since my apology in November 2008, my understanding and behaviour have also changed. This video is likely the only glimpse fans will have of what John Barrowman recorded for Doctor Who Time Fracture, and it links basically the John Barrowman interview on the Doctor Who page about Time Fracture, which I wouldn't be surprised if it gets taken down in the near future, because obviously he's not in it anymore. Immersive Everywhere have worked closely with BBC Studios to produce Doctor Who Time Fracture. It is yet unknown whether BBC Studios will make similar decision regarding to the possibility of John Barrowman reprising his Captain Jack role in future episodes of Doctor Who. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if he's not in this, he's probably not going to be in Series 13. Whatever they had planned for Series 13, if there was anything at all, has probably been canned. I don't see them just going full force with this, especially if they've been removed from a theatrical event. I don't see why they'd remove him from one thing but keep him in the main show. I doubt he'll be in Series 13 now. So yeah, that's basically that. Again, I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I want you guys to come to your own conclusions. But moving on to some slightly more positive news, today sees the release of the first Ninth Doctor audio, Ravagers, and I've seen a lot of people enjoying it. I haven't bought it yet. I may well buy it tomorrow and do a live stream on it if you guys would be willing to watch that. But a trailer was released to coincide with the audio release, basically, showing off the rest of the volumes. And at the very end, you get a glimpse of a brand new Cyberman design, which I think is kind of cool. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like the first time Big Finish have had like their own exclusive Cyberman design. But as you can see here, it's kind of got, to me at least, a bit of a Telos moon-based Tomb of the Cyberman vibe to it, which I love because those are my favourite Cybermen. Everyone always bangs on about the Mondasian ones, but to me, the Telos ones are the definitive Cyberman, and this definitely gives me Telos vibes. Now, someone did point out to me that the teardrops weren't added till Wheel of Space, but I like to imagine that these are just updated Telos ones, hence why they're seeing the Ninth Doctor and they look slightly different. You know, it's basically just like what happened with the Mondasian ones, where they evolved slowly into the Cybus ones, and they sort of merge with the Cybus ones, and then they go into the Nightmare and Silver version. It's kind of like this. I imagine this is just an evolution of those Tomb of the Cyberman designs, and if that is the case, I'm very happy. Even if they're just taking the design elements from those, though, I don't mind, because that design is just beautiful, and I really like the look of this Cyberman, I can't lie. I think it looks really good, and I wouldn't even mind seeing these in the official show if given the opportunity. But that about wraps up all the news for today. Let me know what you guys think about anything we discussed. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.